Hey, this is Cameron. Welcome back to the Busy Gardener channel. Hey, today we're going to do a quick look at some of the fruit yield on this Arctic Star Nectarine. Let's get busy. Hey, so one thing I love about the orchard and the way that we've got it set up is that we have successive ripening. We have some group of trees, and then we have some things that are ready in April now. We've got some things ready in May, which is what we're at the tail end of. And one of those things that we have is this Arctic Star Nectarine. And this thing, each year, even though I thinned it like crazy, is just booming. Look at this stuff. It's just blowing my mind how much fruit this thing has on it. This is a great example of why you should really thin your fruit. There are two main reasons why I found. One, which is probably the most, well, they're both a little selfish. The first reason is that you want the fruit to grow to be a larger size. A fruit's natural state is to just create tons of little flesh-covered seeds, so that way they drop, little animals come, they take them and they disperse them elsewhere. But we don't want little flesh-covered seeds. What we want is a piece of fruit with the seed in the middle of it. So good, juicy, meaty piece of fruit. And so that's something that thinning will do, because once you remove a bunch of the fruit, the tree will put its energy into giving you larger fruit. It'll make the fruit that's still on the tree that much bigger. The other reason, and this is just a lot more practical, is that this branch, even though I thinned it, weighs probably a solid few pounds. And we have had limb breakage where limbs just get overloaded with heavy fruit and they just collapse under their own weight. And so we want a very productive tree, but that also has to be balanced with, protecting the structure of the tree. So I wanted to share this with you and to give you an idea of what a mature tree a few years in that has other pollinators around it will do. If you feed it, if you do mulch, all of the things that we're doing, which don't take a ton of time. You don't need to spend a ton of time doing this sort of thing. But I've been so impressed. And this one actually, of the grouping, was the first one to flower and to fruit and to leaf out. And so you see, even though we have some peach leaf curl, it hasn't affected this tree as intensely. And the quality of the fruit, as you can see, is also really good. Very, very impressed with how this tree produces year after year. And I might come through here and give the branches a little bit of support, but aside from supporting your branches, you want to create a structure where you're going to have to intervene the least with your trees. So anyway, this is wonderful. Next to it is Double Delight Nectarine, and on the other side of it is Arctic Glow. And those are producing, actually I'll just show you, give you an example of how the successive ripening looks in practice. So here's our Arctic Star that we just looked at, loaded with fruit. Now this Arctic Glow had an issue with really serious and significant peach leaf curl. You see the leaves that are still on there. I took off almost all of the fruit off of this tree to give it a chance to survive, but there are a few still on here. But you see the difference in where this fruit is at compared to where this fruit is at in terms of being ready. So in an ideal situation, that would come first. This Arctic Glow would come second. And then we have this Double Delight Nectarine, which have these beautiful showy leaves. Similar situation with the peach leaf curl. I had to get rid of most of the fruit off of it, but you get an idea when I find one or two that these fruit are the least far along. So we're gonna have nectarines 1 month, and maybe a month later or whatever it is, we'll have nectarines on the other tree, and then finally we'll have nectarines on this Double Delight Nectarine. So excited to share this with you guys. Sometimes I don't get to see a whole lot of harvest videos on here. This isn't quite a harvest video, but it's getting close. Another few weeks, mid-June, we'll have a nectarine that we can enjoy. Hey, what have you done in terms of successive ripening? Do you have nectarines? Do you do stone fruit? Do you do apples? What does that look like for you? I'm always so curious to hear what you guys say in the comments below. It's really, really a lot of fun to kind of track and journey with you on this. So one way you can do that is by hitting that subscription button down there if you haven't already done that. If you're not yet subscribed, we'd love for you to be part of our community here. And if that's not your thing, that's okay too. But if you do, sure love for you to hit that like button, because that makes me feel oh so special. And hit the notification bell too. Anyway, appreciate you. Hope you guys are doing great out there. And whether you've got 1 tree in your planting or 3, until next time, stay busy.